Get ready for an adventure. Here is a story called the Sparkling Seashell Express. Once upon a time, in a world shimmering beneath the waves, lived a girl named Kiana who loved princesses, music, and drawing. Kiana had a secret dream: to ride the Bubble Express, a train that traveled through the ocean, powered by songs and filled with magic. One night, Kiana dreamt she was standing on a platform made of giant, glowing seashells. As she gazed at the tracks, shimmering with stardust, the most amazing train she had ever seen came into view. It was the Sparkling Seashell Express, a train made of glistening, rainbow-colored bubbles. As the train doors whooshed open, Kiana stepped inside. The seats were fluffy cloud pillows, and the windows showed scenes of playful dolphins and colorful coral reefs. She noticed a magenta blur zipping around the train. "Hello!" a tiny voice chirped. A marshmallow fairy with shimmering wings named Mimi floated up to her. "Welcome aboard, I'm Mimi. Would you like a marshmallow treat? Everything tastes like marshmallows on this train." Mimi offered Kiana a tiny vanilla-scented marshmallow. Just then, a deep sky-blue cat with bubble-like fur floated into view. "Meow," the cat purred. "I'm Zuzu, and I blow bubbles that turn into songs." Zuzu winked, and a bubble, filled with a sweet melody, floated past. Suddenly, a purple koala wearing a glittering jiu-jitsu belt bounced towards them. "Kaya the jiu-jitsu koala, at your service," she announced, her voice brimming with energy. "I'm headed to the Royal Princess Ball, and this train is the best way to get there." The train let out a playful whistle, and the journey began with a musical fanfare. Zuzu's bubbles filled the air with cheerful tunes. As the train moved deeper into the ocean, the scenery outside the windows grew even more enchanting. Giant, friendly sea turtles waved, and schools of shimmering fish danced in synchronized patterns. Mimi created marshmallow clouds that Kiana could touch through the windows. Kiana, captivated by the music, closed her eyes and sketched the view in her drawing book. The three new friends, chatting excitedly, made their way towards the ball, but something was off. Suddenly, the train shuddered violently. Green, gloopy slime began to ooze from the walls, blocking the windows and slowing the train. "Oh dear!" exclaimed Mimi, her voice filled with concern. The music stopped. "What's happening?" Kiana cried, her princess dreams taking a back seat to the current drama. Kaya, ever the brave one, sprang into action. "Aha! Slime!" she exclaimed, eyes narrowed. "It looks like it's been sabotaged." Kaya knew a lot about slime, as she loved to mix slime, and she had a slime magic dojo where everyone could dance and mix up the ultimate slime. Kaya began to demonstrate some jiu-jitsu moves, trying to fight off the slime. "Hiya!" she shouted, as she sent a stream of slime from her hands to try and get rid of the green stuff. Zuzu, worried, puffed up her bubble fur, and her purrs started to change the weather inside the train. Her bubbles popped, each releasing a different melody, as she tried to find a way to get through the slime. Mimi offered marshmallow treats, trying to calm everyone. "Don't worry, we'll be all right," she said, her tiny voice soothing. The slime, however, was growing thicker and stickier, and everyone knew that it was getting difficult. The train was becoming completely covered in slime, and was no longer moving. "I know a thing or two about slime," Kaya said, with a determined look. "This slime reminds me of one of my recipes. Maybe if we can find what makes it weak, we can stop it." She explained that her slime sensei belt had taught her so much. "We need to figure out how to get rid of this." Kiana, who had been watching the events, then suggested, "What if we use some princess dance moves? I've been studying all the different dances lately." She knew all the dances from the princesses' balls, and knew that perhaps these could help. Kiana began to demonstrate graceful ballet steps, using her drawing to illustrate the movements as a plan. "Maybe if we do a specific series of moves we can counteract it," she said, twirling around in the middle of the train car. Kaya, watching intently, realized that the slime reacted to the movement. Zuzu blew bubbles, each one filled with a different melody, creating a rhythm. With a combination of jiu-jitsu moves, music, and Kiana's dancing, they fought the slime. "Everyone together!" cried Kaya. Kaya, with Zuzu's help, helped everyone figure out the weakness of the slime. The combination of the fast moves, music, and the princess dance helped the team find a weakness. They combined their efforts, and with a final burst of slime fighting moves, they neutralized the sabotage. The train began to move again, and soon it was speeding towards the princess ball. As the train approached its destination, the windows cleared. Kiana, Kaya, Zuzu, and Mimi looked at each other, smiling. They had worked together, overcome the obstacle, and become friends. As the Sparkling Seashell Express arrived at the princess ball, everyone was greeted with cheers. The ballroom was filled with music, lights, and laughter. Kiana, delighted, realized that the journey was more fun than the destination. She learnt that day that friendship and teamwork are more magical than any fairy tale. After the ball, Kiana returned home with a heart full of joy. She knew she'd remember her friends and the thrilling adventure, always. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What problem did Kiana and her friends face on the train? Let's see how you did. The answer is, the train was covered in green slime. You did a great job. I really enjoyed reading this story to you today. I hope you had fun too.